You're listening to KYST 89.3, The Bone. The Bone. And now time for South Tucson Youth Football, simulcast on AM 1400, The Ground, and on South Tucson Local Access Channel 22.
Oh, man.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, I usually send a warning that the sound's coming in, but it is a Monday, President's Day Monday afternoon. We've got a literal load to deliver to you right in your face. It is South Tucson Youth Football. Week 10 begins of this season, and we're going to get things started going right down to the Muni for our opening game. And you are looking live at Municipal Field number 38 for our first game. It is an overcast gray day in South Tucson. It is Extreme Dentistry in those bright neon colors. They are the home team. They are taking on House of Guffaws Comedy Shop, or House of Guffaws Comedy Palace. Who are in the white jerseys and green pants, and they're going to start things off with a nice return. That is Dion Nunez. And, of course, the player to watch for House of Guffaws, Hercules Paul Roma, their star running back. They'll start things off with the football. Both these teams had kind of an average season at best. House of Guffaws coming into this game 5-4. Extreme Dentistry 4-5. But the thing is, these two teams have a chance to make the playoffs by winning this game. This is basically a play-in game to the Big Small Business Championship game. The Marmalade Shack, the #1 team in all of South Tucson, are the Goods Division champions. This is the battle for the Services Championship. Extreme Dentistry and House of Guffaws. House of Guffaws have a 4-2 conference record. Extreme Dentistry 3-3. A win for Extreme Dentistry will give them the tiebreaker and put them through to face the Marmalade Shack next week. House of Guffaws a win, and they will take on the #1 team in South Tucson. That is how it's going to play out. We've got a lot of these scenarios to go over. It is the last week of the regular season. Then we've got 6 conference championship games. And then we find out which 12 teams are going to make the playoffs. For those unfamiliar, the nice pass over the middle of the field. Seth Fritz with a 24-yard catch. And House of Guffaws moving it pretty quickly on this opening drive. They are doing a very good job of moving downfield quickly. The Marmalade Shack are awaiting the winners. They also will play, of course, in Week 10, but they have already clinched their position. They have a game against Cramblers, House of Gags, and Actual Items. Nothing at stake other than just pride and maintaining that #1 ranking. But no playoff bids are at stake. They have clinched that last week, and they are undefeated in conference play. I think they're the only team who have gone undefeated in conference play for the first 6 of this seven-game conference schedule. Oh, a lot of tackling there. And a flag is down.
Personal foul.
And it's a face mask. I have no idea where the face mask was. It looks like that person just got upended and bent backwards, and that child is not okay, but
still first down.
The face mask is kind of news to me. Maybe that's how they held him up from being bent completely in an unnatural way. So everybody take a drink. I, of course, am enjoying a nice PBR, which, of course, stands for Pit Bull Runoff. Because I have nothing but respect for our president, Mr. Worldwide himself, and Kirby Lake is going to run it in himself, the quarterback for House of Guffaws, and silence this excitable Muni crowd with a touchdown. You can see the buses in the background already revving up, filling the field and the Muni with exhaust. Extra point up and good. 7-0 a minute and a half into this game. Of course, our second game of this doubleheader this afternoon session will be Hacking Jeans Smokeless Tobacco Warehouse taking on Crossbow of the Month Club in another situation where the winner will get a spot in the conference championship. That's going to be over in the AFC, the American Freedoms Conference. That's the Guns Division up in the air. Pawn Shop of the Nazarene, the Bible Division champions. They've clinched that just earlier today. They will be awaiting the winner, much like the Marmalade Shack will await the winner of this game, the Services Division, basically championship on the line. And for those unfamiliar, our playoff system in South Tucson, 6-0 teams start off the season. Khalif Horn up the middle for a 9-yard rush, horse collar tackle, completely legal. But it's enough for the first down. So we start with 60 teams, and they play a 10-game season. And at the end, we have 6 conference champions, and we're going to crown those conference champions next week in those championship games. There's one that we know for sure. At the end of this session, we will have 3 of those matchups known entirely. As obviously we know, Pawn Shop of the Nazarene will take on the winner of our later game, and Marmalade Shack have the winner of this one. We know that Del Grango's Discount Seafood versus Flappy Pappy's Pancake Shanty will be the Gluttony League championship game. And what that means is the 6 conference champions get automatic bids into our playoff. The 12 teams that make it, 6 of them will be conference champions, which means for a team like Extreme Dentistry or House of Guffaws, that is really their only chance to make the playoffs. After that, the committee will select the 6 best at-large teams to round out the field. They will be seeded. The top 4 seeds will get first-round byes, and we will have our playoffs. And the creamy surprise are the defending champions. They won under that last format. You Need a Clown. They are the first ever winners of the South Tucson Youth Football League Championship. They won it back when it was an 8-team playoff system, and there were no auto bids, but they were a 4 seed getting through it and winning the championship. You Need a Clown, and they're joined by the Creamy Surprise, and of course an honorary team kind of in that conversation is Ballet Bob's Dance Studio, winners of the Corso Cup. We had that this past summer, a straight up 60-team knockout tournament. Ballet Bobs were the ultimate winners of that, and it just shows how the difference between getting hot like that and maintaining for a whole season can really put a damper on you. As Ballet Bobs finished 2-7 on the year, not a good season for them. Well, if they finish 2-7, they have one more game. They can do it best 3-7, but they will not have a very good end of the year. The Creamy Surprise, however, are in the running for one of those at-large bids. They're not going to make it into the Gluttony League Championship game, and you have to wonder. They lost on a tiebreaker to Flappy Pappies, or Flappy Pappies have their win, and they already have the tiebreaker over the Creamy Surprise. So who knows? And Extreme Dentistry, just like that, we haven't seen them in the playoffs before. They have tied it up. I don't think we've seen either of these teams in the playoffs. Cramblers were the auto bid last season, and I don't think they got an at-large bid in the first ever year of South Tucson Youth Football. So again, it's a tall task facing the #1 team in South Tucson. But what a story it would be for one of these two teams. Meanwhile, we're looking at some of the other conferences. Like we said, the Gluttony League Championship game is set in stone. It'll be Del Grangos versus Flappy Pappies. The winner of this game takes on the Marmalade Shack. Our next game is between Hacking Jeans and Crossbow of the Month. The winner of that faces Pawn Shop of the Nazarene. We know that second to none Curry Shop will play for the Foreign Legion Championship. The winner of they will take on either the Wandering Lush or Francois Creperie. Some results have to come in to determine who win that. I think the Wandering Lush, they need to win to be in. If they win in their game against Go Fuh Yourself, they will make it to they will play second on. Otherwise, it will be Francois Creperie. We're looking over at the Child Services Conference, the CSC. So many just talented teams stacked full of that. Oddly enough, Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium, a team that has been ranked #1 so far at least once this season, will not make it into that one. Nice play up the middle. That's Ellis Clancy, 12 yards and a first down. Guffaws, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. They are marching right back down the field after giving up that touchdown. But look about the CSC. Moist Adventures will clinch the Fun Division with a win. The only team that has a shot at it is Bully Factory, who must win and must have Moist Adventures lose. So Moist Adventures will clinch the division with a win or with a Bully Factory loss. And a similar situation over in the Mandatory Division. You Need a Clown will clinch the Mandatory Division with a win or with a loss from 1-800-Buy-A-Dad, who must win and have the Clowns lose that one. So we got 4 teams in the running for that championship, and You Need a Clown just dropped out of the rankings, so they could use a big win like that. 1-800-Buy-A-Dad, Moist Adventures, they're both ranked. They're both liking their chances, but you lose a game like that late in the season, you don't get a chance to redeem yourself in week 11. They're just going to be sitting in and twiddling their thumbs, hoping they get called on Selection Sunday or whatever day we do it. And last but not least, the Blue Collar Conference, Twin Towers. Again, they will clinch the Grit Division with a win or a loss by Salmon Sons Gazebo Repair. Salmon Sons the only team that can challenge them with a win and a Twin Towers loss. They can take it. And of course, Twin Towers versus Captain Chuck's Adventure Taxi, who have clinched the Grind Division. We could potentially see a preview of the Blue Collar Conference Championship Week 10. We're going to be streaming that later today. Twin Towers versus Captain Chuck's. Twin Towers get that win, or Salmon Sons get the loss. And it'll be Twin Towers versus Captain Chuck's. And of course, our other game will be Bully Factory versus You Need a Clown. And a lot riding on that one as well. Bully Factory, again, they need a win and some help to clinch the division. You Need a Clown just need to win to clinch their division.
Personal foul. Face mask.
So if You Need a Clown win that one, they will take on Moist Adventures in the championship game. If Bully Factory win, they gotta hope that Moist Adventures lose. And 1-800-Buy-A-Dad still need to win to get a fighting chance. So that's going to be a lot. We'll go over that later tonight when we stream again. But those are our late night games. Oh, hurried quarterback. Dumps it off. Is he going to get enough for the first down? Just short. Khalif Horn. You say parity is real in South Tucson. I'm very proud of how the teams are all the same. I'm not proud of it, but I love how the season is working out like this. I mean, there's no one team that's completely running away with this. And I'm kind of digging that. We've had a couple different teams have the #1 ranking. 3 different teams have been ranked #1 so far. And I think that's pretty cool. We've had the Marmalade Shack currently ranked #1. Moist Adventures and Ted's Baby Clothes Emporium have all been ranked #1 in the league at some point.
Oh, he's got him.
Oh, excuse me.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. Third down.
It's Tavita Thurman. What a name. Tavita Thurman with a catch. Yeah. Someone sent me a, I just happened to have Twitter up. I had to click a link, and I had to pause it so I didn't play it on the stream too much, because it just did. I love when like two people you know on Twitter that you don't realize follow one or the other learn new things, and just the conversation is like, oh, because I guess at the time right now Jeff Jarrett has been announced to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and it is just coming up with a litany of embarrassing Jeff Jarrett moments, and I am here for it. And a huge stop. Stephen Lilly rushing for a loss of 4. The defense is starting to lock in and make it a little bit tougher for these teams to get downfield. Here's 3rd and 14, a long 3rd down for Guffaws. They're going to air it out, and it is broken up. 4th and 14 with 2 to go in the half. House of Guffaws punting it back to Extreme Dentistry, and we see this so often. You know, teams will march right down the field in their first possession and score, and that gives the teams a chance to kind of, you know, collect themselves and realize, okay, we can handle this, and then they become a little bit more prepared. I mean, they're kids; their attention's all over the place. They don't really, you know, think of football too often. So let's see if Extreme Dentistry can make it downfield and take the lead going into the second half.
Blue 19! Blue 19!
Makes the tackle. Call it a loss of 1 yard on the play. That makes it 3rd and 11.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. Come on, you 1-8. 47 Mike, 47 Mike. Check. Right lion, right lion.
Airing it out far down the field, and it's caught by Ethan Gordon, 48 yards. Extreme Dentistry call a timeout. Minute 24 to go. They're looking end zone now. You can tell that timeout. That wasn't just to try to like run down the clock, and they're gonna get all the way down. It's 1st and goal. The knee must have hit before the football broke the plane, and 1st and goal. A second timeout is called, and here comes Extreme Dentistry. They're gonna just hop it in. Khalif Horn, touchdown Dentistry, and they take the lead for the first time in this game, with the extra point to come. And that'll make it 14-7. Minute 19 to go in the first half of play. Extreme Dentistry and House of Guffaws playing for a spot in the Big Small Business Championship to play the Marmalade Shack, a chance to take on the #1 team in all of South Tucson. I'm going to take a look right now at some of the info on these teams. Interesting enough, the Marmalade Shack did face Extreme Dentistry. They gave him a pretty good... Extreme Dentistry gave him a good fight. They ended up losing by 3, 21-18. But House of Guffaws never did face the Marmalade Shack in the regular season, so that would be a first-time meeting this season if Guffaws can come back and win it.
That makes it 2nd and 10. Number 47 makes the tackle. Gain of 6 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Guffaws dumping that one off. A short one. There's a flag. I think they got the first. No, they didn't get the first down on that one. But we'll see what the flag is for. Yep, it's roughing the passer. So take a drink of maybe something else. I don't know. Or the same thing, you know.
Still first down.
Your liver. Second and 1, 31 seconds to go. House of Guffaws on the 21-yard line. Or 26-yard line, sorry. And it's going to get stopped at the line. Kirby Lake sacked for a loss of 3. They're going to call timeout. 27 seconds to go.
Was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and 4. Number 10 with the reception. That's a gain of 14 yards on the play. First down.
And out of bounds, Darren Robeson, 2 yards. It's 2nd and 8. They're going for the hurry up. They're still, the clock has not stopped. 5 seconds to go. This might be the last play of the half. They need to go for something. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, but they have one more shot. Play whistle dead with 1 second to go. They're going to kick the field goal, and it's no good. So, to end the first half of what is essentially a play-in game to the BSB Championship, Extreme Dentistry lead House of Guffaws 14-7 at the half. And, of course, it is time for our local spotlight, where we like to highlight one of the lovely local sponsors of South Tucson. And today we're going to talk to you about Blind Bob's Firing Range. You know, it's you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and take the discretion as a better part of valor on that one. I just did Sister Christian. Come on. The Porno Shop, where you need ye old jacking off items with an E at the end of it. Nothing says going medieval on yourself like a trip to the Porno Shop. A high-class establishment where they have all the smut you can get peddled at you. The Porno Shop, with a lovely medieval theme to it. They can sell they sell braces and videos and straps, and they can teach you how to practice with the straps. And you know, the Outback, if you go out back, if you're into it, they can use a cannon. They use a catapult and a cannonball. They'll use a catapult and a cannonball on you. You know, if that's what gets you off, then good for you. So go to the Porno Shop, where medieval times is, where it's like medieval times meets sex. And we're back on the second half of play. Extreme Dentistry, chance to expand their lead. They start off with the football in this half. A haberdashery of hooch. I mean, a haberdashery, isn't a haberdashery like a hat store? you can get some porn hats then. You can get porn hats at the porno shop.
Larry. Speed it up. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Jones makes the run. Rovers at the tackle at the 44-yard line. That brings up 4th and 3.
And Extreme Dentistry, 4th and 3. They'll be forced to punt. The start of this half. Let's see after that. That's a decent punt. I'm sure the child did not intend to do that. It's picked up inside the 30, and Dion Nunez only 9 yards on that one. Old stay. They have microfiche porn. They call condoms caps for ye lower head. Yes, they do.
Bowen with the catch. Moody on the tackle at the 26-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
And Guffaws already moving downfield, down to the 30. You know, the porno shop would have a plague mask, but it's not a very long nose. It's a very long something else.
18 yards.
That's Seth Fritz. Man, they are liking to air it out. They are eating up this Extreme Dentistry defense. They just got to find themselves in the end zone. This is a good start to the half for House of Guffaws. Brought down for a loss of 2 is Kirby Lake. Jamal Poole with that tackle. Here's 2nd and 12 and stopped yet again. The red zone defense of Extreme Dentistry coming through after they give up the big plays like that. This will, of course, be the 4th time in the red zone. They've only scored a touchdown once from there. Missed that field goal to end the second half, or the first half of play, excuse me, the second quarter. But this time are they gonna stumble in? Yes, they're gonna get the touchdown. There's a flag, but it's probably gonna be declined.
Defense.
Touchdown.
That penalty is declined.
And there, we're about to see it tied up.
The extra point attempt is good.
We have a tie game here, 2:24 to go in the third. House of Guffaws kicking off to Extreme Dentistry. The bigger, blacker plague. Jesus. Big drop back. Finds the open man. Oh, what a horse collar tackle. Khalif Harrington stopped short of the first down marker. It's a big boy wide receiver. It takes a lot to pull him down. You gotta likely do something illegal, and maybe there was a face mask that just a referee didn't care about. Faking the handoff, enough for the first down, up the middle and more. Gerard Jude, 19 yards. They can get the big play too. And he got a great block from that one kid to get him those extra 5 or 10 yards. Huge play for Extreme Dentistry. Clock continues to tick. 1:46 to go in the third. Short pass, and looks like we got a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Face mask. Everybody take a drink. I'm going to need another drink.
There we go.
Automatic first down.
Side left. Four down. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Set, Sam, right.
Nunez with the sack.
And we're back.
That's a loss of 4 yards on the play. That makes
Looks
it
like we're at a
2nd
and 14 for Extreme Dentistry. Oh, geez, I'll have to take a look at it then. Let me see. I love the binging text, and there's always a great, like... Where is it? Oh, like, you mean like in this chat? Oh, jeez. Look, I don't know what chat you're talking about. But I believe you that it exists. Anyway, 3rd and 2. Gerard Jude gonna go direct snap, gonna pitch it. Going to the outside is Khalif Horn. He gets 3 yards. That's enough for the first down. Clock continues to be a friend of Extreme Dentistry. They are just finding ways.
Gain of 3 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 8.
Right, Roger. Four down. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Down. Blue 19.
And a little stumble by Horn. He's going to get 1 yard, 3rd and 6.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Right and left. 3 down. 47 Mike. Mike 47.
That's going to bring it into the 3rd quarter. Extreme Dentistry knocking on the door of taking the lead in this game. 5 minutes to go. A spot in the Big Small Business Conference Championship game is on the line for the winner of this game. And a game matched up against the #1 team in all of South Tucson, the Marmalade Shack.
There's a flag on the field.
Penalty on that one.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer is going to give a first down to Extreme Dentistry. And this is the problem. These penalties will add up, and they can do some serious damage.
Roger. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Set a tone, fellas. Set a tone.
And they're in the end zone. Gerard Jude finds an open receiver. Easiest play you can make. 4:40 to go, and Extreme Dentistry have the lead once more.
That's good for a gain of 14 yards.
14-yard catch and a first down for House of Guffaws.
On the run. That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go, 2nd and 5. Guffaws just crossing the 50. Gonna rush it right up the middle. That's Chance Bennett, 9 yards and a first down. 4 minutes to go. Remember, the clock will stop until the football is spotted on a first down.
Bennett on the run. That's good for a gain of 9 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Automatic first down.
So we'll see after a penalty, it is now 1st and 10. And Kirby Lake trying to take it himself. Tackled by the ankle, 5 yards, only 2nd and 5.
Moody makes the tackle. Gain of 6 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Second and goal. They're stopped right there. Stephen Lilly, 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and
And House of Guffaws having a lot of trouble getting into that end zone, but the clock continues to tick. 2:30 to go in this game. And it's picked off in the end zone. The throw, oh, is read perfectly. It's picked off. And heartbreak for House of Guffaws. A crucial error. Extreme Dentistry with 2:21 to go. Have it on their own 20, and they're going to get a first down. Khalif Horn, 14 yards. Up the middle, 2:17 to go. And they could just continue to hang on to this football as the clock continues to run. They may have this in the bag. House of Guffaws have all their timeouts. But what they don't have is possession of the football, and they had a chance to tie this up. They would need to do so much more. And the Extreme Dentistry faithful are going nuts. They're going to run it again, try to stay in bounds. Yes, it is. Brought down 2nd and inches, so they stopped the first down, but again, they're going to do nothing but this. There's a first down. Khalif Horn, 6 yards, 1st and 10. Final timeout to go. And it looks like this one will, in fact, be over. Yeah, Horn, another first down, 13 yards up the middle, just padding the stats at this point. Minute 31 to go. They can kneel this football and put an end to this game. And that will, in fact, do it. Just a matter of time till the clock hits zeros. And Extreme Dentistry are going to celebrate every single one of these possessions right now. They will have another game next week as they will take on the Marmalade Shack for the Big Small Business Championship and a spot in the playoffs. Extreme Dentistry 5-5 on the season. They have clinched the Services Division title And they will play in the conference championship game. Khalif Horn, look at those. Look at those stats. 91 yards and a touchdown, 30 yards catching. And a lot of those crucial ones at the end to just put the game to rest. That's going to be it for us, folks. We'll be back in just a few for our second game of this afternoon session. But until then, so long, Arizona. Okay, so